Good morning, YouTubies. How are you? It is Marie here. So, I'm going to have a series of videos that I'm going to post up, and this is a response video. Um, so, you may want to see it, you may not want to see it, but okay, so I don't know how to start this off, but this is a response video to Laurie and Pudu dog. She had a video, and she had recently found Jesus Christ. Um, since then, she has deleted or closed down that channel. Okay. I'm making this video in response because her latest video was where it's called. Now, I did tape some of her video for reference. I'm not going to show it on YouTube because I knew once that video was released that she was going to have some blowback and she was going to end up deleting the video. Now, I didn't expect her to delete her whole channel. But let me see. Let's go back in some history here. About 4 years ago, she did a video on the Bible, or she was a rant video, and out of that came a comment about that the Bible was man-made. Okay, so I responded, and a couple other people responded, and it wasn't pretty. You know, I was defending the Bible, and as a couple other people were too. So what happened was we had a falling out. Now through the years, I have still continued to watch her videos. A couple times I've commented, and she would leave me a little heart comment or something. So I knew she knew I was watching her. But the video she released recently, there were like 3 or 4 things on it that she said that were false and erroneous. And that's why I'm commenting on them, because when we had the falling out, things were said and everything. And one thing she had said was that, and I had made a response video and I had used pieces of her video, and she said that YouTube made me take it down, which is not true. YouTube never contacted me. Under the Fair Use Act, you can use someone's video, but it has to be under 15 seconds, and it has to be more of a response or whatever. You can't just, like, I couldn't take a video and just put it up and say it's mine. That's illegal. It's against the law. But I'm not going to use anything. So what I did was I transcribed what she had said, and I'm going to read that. One of the first things she said that really bothered me was, and let me read it here. She said, and this is to the Bible. She says, I do believe the Bible. Years ago, the Bible was written by men, but God told them what to write. Anyways, and this is what got me. I got a lot of flack for that one, especially by a couple of people that used to be my YouTube buddies. They are no longer my friends because at that time, it was their way or the highway or no way. They didn't understand me, and they got their buddies and their subscribers would get on my channel and mock me and then she was like shaking her head and she got, it was bad. Okay, first of all, I never got any of my buddies. I'm not like that. I never got any of my YouTube subscribers. Nobody on my side went after her. Never. That was a blatant lie. The other thing that I wanted to point out was that, yes, some people did go after her, but a lot of her people who also subscribed to me came after me and flooded my inbox with all kinds of nasty comments. They were sticking up for her. Fine. I wasn't the one that made the comment. She was. I had the right to defend something, which I did. Okay? So she actually opened the door again by making this comment on her latest video. So yeah, I did say, in fact, I did comment on her YouTube channel, and I even screenshot it so I can have that for reference. And basically what I told her was that, you need to be honest and forthcoming. And if you're a Christian, you do need to practice forgiveness, okay? The second thing that she did was she said something against the Catholic Church. Okay, it's like me going to a Ford dealership and asking them about a Bentley. Okay, um, if you have a question about the church, you go to a priest, you go to someone who's Catholic, you ask someone who's Catholic or practices, you go within that community and ask them. You just don't make a blatant statement that's totally wrong and erroneous and can cause more conflict. The Catholic Church right now is facing a lot of persecution, and it's not being mentioned in the news. We got a lot of our churches that are being vandalized. We have priests throughout the world that are being killed either before Mass or during Mass. The church is hated. She's deeply hated. And this comment didn't help any what she said, and I'm going to read what she wrote, what she said. And that's just pure ignorance. And so I had made a comment about that, and somebody else did too, but they were a lot nicer on that comment. It was another Catholic woman, and I know her. I recognized her name. I know she has talked to me on several occasions. But, you know, we already face a lot of hatred. The Protestant denominations don't face the kind of massacres that our faithful, our priests, our nuns, our laity, we are constantly being attacked. The Pope is constantly being attacked. You look at anything on there, he gets a lot of negative comments and things. And a lot of it's just pure hatred. And that irked me because I'm like, here's someone saying something she knows nothing about. So this is what she said. She said, she was talking about looking for a church. Okay, she had gone to several churches. And she said, I'm not Catholic. I tried that. I don't worship saints. I'm sorry. I worship Jesus Christ and God. And the only way to Jesus Christ is through God. And I know that now. Okay, that's true. We go to God through Jesus Christ. He says, I am the way, right? And truth and the life. But what she said was that, and about us worshiping saints. First of all, we don't worship saints. We venerate them. We honor them. When you honor a saint, you glorify God because this is something through His grace that made a person a saint. A saint is someone who went above and beyond their love and lived a Christ-like existence. They followed Christ closely. When they had an issue, they ran to Christ. They didn't just walk to Him, they ran to Him. And one of the things about being Catholic is that you do got to defend your faith. You do. That's a requirement. And one of the 7 works of mercy, a spiritual mercy, is to educate the ignorant. And educating the ignorant, the word ignorant doesn't mean like you're stupid or something. It means teaching somebody something they don't know. So my following video that I will post up will actually be on the saints and their role in the church, okay? So I did comment to her, you know, if you want to learn anything about a saint or whatever, talk to somebody, or, you know, find you a catechism and look it up. Because the first commandment is you to love God. There's nothing in there about saints. Now, in her videos, when she do her purse videos, she had a little picture of her mom and dad. And she's like, oh, here's mom and dad. That, looking at that image, reminded her of her mom and dad. Okay, we have statues, but you have statues throughout the world of famous people, portraits of people. When you look at something, they remind you of that person. When I look at pictures of my children, they remind me of my children. I think about them. It's not I'm sitting there worshiping my kids. I'm being reminded of somebody that I love. Okay, so I'm going to have a separate video on that. So I may start doing some just basic Catholic teaching on here. And the next thing I wanted to bring up was she, in her video, she kind of started blasting people. And a lot of it was I wrote it down here, people who were collectors of gemstones and you know, in incense and all that stuff. And she would do all that, you know, she'd get the certain ones with certain powers to them and stuff. But then she was blasting them. Then she blasted her husband about him not wanting anything to do with Christianity. Well, you just don't wake up one day and then shove it down somebody's throat. That's not the way to do that. Now, with Laurie, she has a tendency to go from one extreme to another. And one of the things she does, and this is going to go into my fourth comment, is that if someone makes a comment or something that she doesn't like, she cancels not only them, but she deletes all her videos. So she closed down her channel. And on her community channel, she left a comment saying, I'm gonna still have my heart video up, and you can follow that. I've closed down my channel. A lot of comments were people who were very upset and felt like they were being thrown to the curb. Now, people who put up videos, and I think a lot of YouTube people out there should recognize this. When you put up a video and you start getting subscribers, I call it people who have, what is it I wrote down? What's a term I use? They put something in it called emotional currency. When Laurie had her dogs, and one of them passed, and her cat passed, people were there for her. They were celebrating with her when she got her dog Poodoo. They followed her when she had a rough time or anything like that. And there's a lot of YouTubers. They would pray for her. I mean, they put a lot of emotional, not only the time watching her videos, but the time that they put into just dealing with her. And her doing what she did, just basically what Will Smith did to Chris Rock. Somebody said something she didn't like, so she wiped out her whole thing. And then she lived with a regret. She would buy purses, sell them, regret it, and rebuy. I mean, it was like that constant thing, that constant struggle. It's like that constant search for happiness. But she had a base. She had more subscribers, a lot of subscribers. And those people genuinely cared for her. And when I read the comments, it was heartbreaking. It's like, oh, she just tossed us away. Oh, now she found Jesus, so we're nothing. We followed her. And then there was one person who was like, oh, no, that's okay. She's just going through. There's always somebody like that that's going to stick up for her. But their argument was real. When you put up a video and people follow you and they subscribe to you and they tell their other people, hey, look, I found this video, and they watch, they gather people to watch you. And she even talked about monetizing her videos. It's because of the viewers that she would be able to monetize her videos, And I think that was a very big disservice to the people that loved her and followed her. And I'm not bashing her or anything. I'm just saying that when you put a video up, those of you who have videos up, you need to keep in mind those people that followed you and gave you their time and their energy and their effort and bought stuff from you and supported you. Many of them bought her handbags, supported her so she can, earn money for certain things that she needed to do. When her mom passed, many of them sent letters and, sent her packages. And for her to do that, like some do, it hurts them. And I don't think she understands the realm of those people out there that really do follow her. And I think she just sort of not thinking I'll just have my heart video. Not everybody likes heart music. I mean, I can't stand heart music. I've watched a couple of them. I'm sorry, I'm not a heart person. And I think some of them took insult to that. Like, oh, you can watch me here. And what I really want to say is that those of you who have videos up, keep in mind those people who do follow you. Especially when the pandemic came through and we were all locked up, and YouTube and Facebook and social media and TikTok, those were the avenues that people used to keep in touch with each other. Okay? Now, a couple of times I get some nasty comments. I'm like, I'm going to close my channel. Many of you would rush to me and say, Marie, don't close your channel. We really do like you. And the people that I've made some really good friends through YouTube. I've got a couple people, once a month we get together, we have coffee, we talk to each other through our cell phones or whatever. I love her dearly, and my hope is one day to visit her. I have another person I talk to, and my hope is to one day visit her. You do establish relationships through YouTube. And it hurt me that she disregarded that part of her channel. And It's those people. It's just like a famous person, okay? People love them and adore them, but they don't worship them. They just have a deep love for them. There's nothing wrong with loving somebody. And for her to make that comment, that just got to me when she said that about the saints. I'm like, okay, now you put your foot in your mouth again, you know? But I just wanted to make that out, and I will make a video on the saints, because there are people out there who have misconceptions about the saints. And I may start just going into basic Catholicism, and just because a lot of Catholics out there do not know their faith, just the basics. We have people, our churches are being persecuted, and we have a Catholic president who does absolutely nothing, you know. So, I mean, yeah, he may be Catholic, but sometimes I think he's Catholic in name only, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Because what she did was, in my opinion, I think what she did was wrong. And she overstepped her boundaries as far as saying something, again, that she knows nothing about. The other thing she said, too, and this goes to my last comment, is that she made a comment about Halloween and Christmas and Easter, and said Christmas and Easter were pagan holidays. Okay, why would you say that without going in and looking into the background of some of these things? Okay, and then she said Jesus wasn't born on the 25th of December. Actually, if you go back and look into Jewish history, you will find that that actually correlates, and it actually correlates with his birth. It has something to do with John the Baptist and Nicodemus and Elizabeth, his mother. And as far as Halloween, Halloween has more to do with Martin Luther, if you look into the history of October the 31st, and how Halloween came about. Now, Halloween originally was hallowed evening on November 1st. It's a very holy day that the Catholic Church celebrates, and that's the remembrance and the reverence and the love for the saints of the church. And we show that to them. They give them a special day. And then the following day, we have the Saint All Holy Days, the saints of the souls of the dearly departed, our family members who had died, okay, that passed. All Souls Day, okay, we remember all those people. And this Hispanic community, especially I think in northern Mexico, do something called Day of the Dead, where you do all of the little skeletons and stuff, and they go to the grave sites and they celebrate the people there that passed. And I think in Japan they also do something similar, where they have a day where they go and remember all of their past ancestors. So it bothers me when someone just makes a comment and they have no idea what they're talking about. And that's why I wanted to say that. She can say whatever she wants about me. It doesn't bother me. But I do have a problem when she accuses me of doing something I didn't do. And the other thing she had said too, I made fun of her weight, which I never did. But that's beside the point. But it's just, before you say anything about anything, know the history of it without just coming off and running off at the mouth. And it's just something I needed to say. If any of you have a comment about it, fine. But if you say something nasty, I'm going to delete you. No. I allow everybody, and I've always said I allowed everybody to have their comments. And I hope she will bring her channel back, because there are a lot of people out there that do watch her. And I hope maybe she won't see this video. But I know there's another person that said they were going to make a comment about it, and it's Leanne Live. Leanne has a new channel, but I'm not going to tell anybody what it is because I want to respect her privacy. But she also closed down her channel because people were saying comments to her. But if you're going to put a YouTube video up, be prepared. Like when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock, I don't think he was expecting the backlash that he got. You have to look at the consequences of what you do. And I have the moral duty and obligation to defend my Catholic faith. So my next video that I have up, it'll probably be later today, will be on how the church views her saints. And they play a very important role, okay? It's really important that I share that because I think there's a lot of misconception. Because I hear that a lot from people about, oh, you Catholics, you worship saints. No, we're only allowed the first commandment, which is to worship God above all. Okay, so leaving that thought with you, Laurie, I wish you all the luck. I'm not going to watch your channel anymore, but please get your story straight before you start running off at the mouth, okay? We have enough trouble in the church without you pouring more fuel into the fire. So you all have a good day. I will talk to you soon, and bye. And God bless you all.